recording now. Hold on, I'm waiting for the numbers to pop up. I'm gonna wait for the number to pop up because I never know if it's end up recording or not. Let's wait for the thing to pop up.
It's recording.
Yep, now I'm seeing it now. Okay. Alrighty. Welcome, fellow senators, to the other Privy Council session. Not too much on the agenda today, but but I'm sure one of them is going to give us a talking to. That reminds me, I need to look that up. I need to go to my email for that one. So let's see. We never really made any minutes on who gets to speak and for how long. Maybe that I should have put that on the agenda. I should have put that on the agenda today. I didn't think about it. Oh well, I'll propose it later. That'll probably be helpful. So nobody would take too long to speak or whatnot. Okay. Yep. Let me get there. Oh, here we go. I need to look at this. I need to look at this and I need to look at that. All right, can I zoom in? Okay, here we go. Okay, well, I cannot read that. I can read it now. Okay. Okay, so I do not have a copy of this because this was sent to me an email, so, but that's not the first thing on our agenda, so let's not worry about it. All right, so... Well, yeah, let's go work on the agenda today. So let's see. What's the first thing to talk about? The first thing to talk about today is talk about how we can make the executive branch better than it is now. Should we add, subtract, or reform? So I'm going to be asking you all those types of questions and see what you all think about it. Looks like Senator McGuire stepped away for a second. So let's do, oh, there she is. Okay, so let's get a roll call going. I know I see y'all, but for the sake of the record, let's get some roll calls going. All right. Prime Minister Austin Elsler is here. Do we have Senator Breonna McGuire?
Yep.
All right. Do we have Senator Ivar Ubi?
Yes.
All right. Do we have Senator Brenton Ross? Nope. Okay. So he's the only one absent right now. All right. Like I said, we don't have any minutes or anything like that. That'd probably be something to propose later. So we're not gonna worry about it. All right. So let's begin the meeting and first topic of the day. So let's talk about how do we make the executive branch better. So that's the first thing to talk about. All right. Are there any objections to talking about this topic?
No.
No? Okay. Seeing none.
No.
All right. All in favor of putting this topic up to discussion, say aye.
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 All opposed? Ayes have it. We'll talk about it. All right. So let's talk about it. How do we make the executive branch better, Senator McGuire?
To be honest, I've tried to think up about that, but I have honestly no idea of how we could make it better. I have absolutely no idea.
Okay. Senator Ivar.
I have no questions how to make it better. I have no idea.
Okay. I have idea. What?
But we should definitely talk about that though.
I agree. Well, in that case, we better take some notes down or something. Well, we should definitely be writing some notes then. Do I even have a notepad on this computer? I'm sure I do. I just never use it. I don't think my computer's going to let me search. Here we go. Oh, I clicked on it. I don't know if it's going to do anything. Oh, it's loading it. Okay. All right, we'll take some notes. Now, I shouldn't be the only one to take notes. Y'all should take notes too.
Yeah.
Okay. Notes on how to make the executive branch better. Okay, so let's figure this out. Well, let's figure out what powers we got so far. What's the Constitution giving us? What's the statutes and regulations giving us? Let's look into that if I can find the Google Docs. I don't think I can find it. Let's see. The executive branch is in chapter 2 of the chapter 2 of the statutes. And then we're going to look for the Constitution. And in the Constitution, we're like, what, in Article 2. Okay, cool. All right, so what powers do we have? Let's see. In Section 1, the Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Nix is the head of the executive branch, is in charge of of handling most foreign and domestic affairs, and is Commander-in-Chief of the Royal Navy. Section 2, the Prime Minister shall have a Privy Council of 5 members to give suggestions and advice. Section 3, the Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Nix is a position that cannot be appointed nor elected until the island of Nix can be claimed. However, a Privy Council is an appointed position that is done by the Prime Minister. Section 4, when a law passes through the House of Representatives, the Prime Minister receives the law and then begins enacting executive orders to enforce the law. All right, so that's it. That's literally everything about the executive branch. That's literally it. And then we got NRS Chapter 2. We have from Section 1 all the way down to Section 8S. Well, actually, Section S1H, actually. Section 8S1H. So there's a lot. So I guess I should send y'all that, I guess. Might as well know what the executive branch does so y'all can understand what we're looking at. There you go. Let's see. I mean, you know, the Prime Minister can appoint persons to the Privy Council due to the political affiliation. The Prime Minister shall be limited to only having one appointed person from each political party, except the one he or she is affiliated with, until there are no vacancies. The executive and supremacy branches will work together to decide who is considered active or inactive in the Kingdom of Nix activities. Active citizens or citizens that has done one or more of 3 things per year are eligible to vote in national polls and will be contacted by government officials frequently. Inactive citizens are citizens that do not do one or more things. And let's see. I got the power to call for special session. There's one topic only that, you know, that goes with the thing. Constable districts. And actually, the constable districts one actually take up the most of the entire statute because that one had a lot of provisions. So, like, is there anything in the statute that y'all think needs to be changed, or is there anything in the Constitution that needs to be changed for our executive branch, or what? Does anybody have anything? If so, make sure you raise your hand and I'll call you out. Oh, okay, interesting. I'm actually. It's funny that this thing is only a year old. Hell, it's not even a year old yet. It's crazy. Oh, yes, Senator McGuire. I just noticed.
Yeah. I'm over here reading the NRS myself. I kind of feel like we don't need some of these. Kind of like if no person runs for candidacy of constable within a 3-month period. At the
Can you tell me?
moment,
Oh, sorry, real quick. Can you tell me which one it was again? The number
2.0081.
1.
Or actually, that's L. Yeah,
Yeah, it might be an L, yeah. Okay.
definitely an
L,
L.
here we go. Okay, continue.
Alright, well, some things like that we probably don't need right now because we're not a big country at the moment. Like some things that involves more than a few people's probably something that we don't need right now.
Is the one you're talking about, is it if no person runs for candidacy of constable within the 3-month period of candidacy admission, the constable election shall not be commenced on election day until the next candidacy admission cycle?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's check in.
Yeah, something similar to that. We're not, it's like, in a way, we're not a big country yet to be able to be worried about stuff like that just yet. I mean,
So,
maybe it's something we could put, like, in a file or something that we could use later on, but it could be taken off to.
are you suggesting repealing that
Uh,
specific statute, or?
anything that suggests that we have more than a few people on hand, then I think that might be the best bet.
Okay. All right. Yes, Senator Ruby.
Yeah, I agree with Bree there. We're not really a big country, so we really don't need that. I was reading, but I was reading all of them, but that was the one that we really don't need. But we're not really a big country yet.
Okay, so you're both saying that we should specifically or repeal specifically NRS statute 2.008L.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Is there any more than just that, or is it that the only one that you all saw in the statute that needs to be looked at? Or
To be honest, anything that signifies that we might have more than a few people on hand or hints at that in a certain way. Some things could be worded like we'll have the option when really we don't really have that option.
well, how about specifying what statutes that you think needs to be repealed or replaced or even amended to that needs to be fixed or removed,
Mm.
so we can write those down.
Well,
We can write those down in the notes, and then we can talk about it later in the next session.
oh, definitely, yeah. I can definitely do that. So I'm kind of looking at it right now.
Yeah, start specifying more statutes to see which ones would that you think needs to be repealed or replaced or even amended?
Can do.
Is there any of them right now that you want to say right now that needs those?
None just yet. I would have to really read through it to be able to tell which ones need to be taken out.
Okay, well the statute chapter is not that big, so it shouldn't take too long for you to read all that. Because if both of you are at 2.008L, you don't have that far down to go to reach the end. So because it goes all the way down to 2.008S1H. So I'm gonna be on like multiple screens. So if you guys raise your hand, just call for the Prime Minister.
Okay.
Actually, I need to highlight the ones that it says it's. So let's go all the way back. Okay, so we got. It says these two need to be executive branch.
I have a suggestion. So in the NRS, the one we're looking at, 2D008S1D, constables can only be impeached by their respective district voters in a popular vote. I kind of feel like we need to change the district voters to the unicameral, because unicameral has or as we now are named, House of Representatives. We would, if we have the power to be able to nominate them to be the district officers, we should be able to have the power to terminate them, depending on what that reason is. Not the district voters.
Point of information, can you tell me what statute that was that you said? I'm trying to look for it.
Okay, it's 2.008S1D. So towards the bottom.
1D. Okay, here we go. Okay. And you're saying you want to make it where the House of Representatives has the power to impeach a constable from that district?
Yeah, it only feels like that it should have that option, because if we would have the power to appoint them, we could have the power to impeach them.
Well, according to the statute, it says the constables are elected, not appointed. So they're elected by the people. Yeah, that's what it says on there. Matter of fact, it says it in almost every part of this statute. NRS Statute 2.008B says constables shall be elected by the residents within their respective constable districts. So the House of Representatives has no power to elect constables.
Okay.
So, was that an error on your part, or do you think it still should be?
More like it was worded differently with the way I had it in my head. I know I'm gonna have to work out that, kind of like figure out a way to word it out to make it sound correctly, maybe. Because I'm thinking about that, and I'm thinking about something else. But there's an idea that could be looked at, though.
Okay. Is there anything else?
From what I've seen. Honestly, I kind of feel like everything else is okay from what I'm reading.
All right. Are there any more? Is there any more? Is there anyone else that wants to talk more about this topic involving the executive branch or the statute? Anything that needs to be changed, added, amended, removed? Anything at all? If you have something, raise your hand.
None at the moment.
I asked for a hand to be raised, not a voice. Okay. Well, with that said, if nobody else has anything, maybe we can bring that back up in the next session. Let's go ahead and move on. Good job, though. I didn't really get a lot of notes down, but let's see. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm gonna write notes. I'm gonna write notes in too. I just haven't thought about them yet. Okay. Well, here are my notes. Here are my notes. I have something. Okay. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of adding another position in the executive branch called the Deputy Prime Minister?
That's an interesting way of wording it.
Yes, Senator Ruby.
Is the deputy minister like the vice president in a way?
Yes, but because of how our executive branch structure is, it will be a little bit completely different. Yeah. But essentially, it's like a vice president. But how that person becomes a deputy prime minister will be different than a vice president of the United States. Yes, yes, Senator Ruby. You can keep continuing. You still have the floor if you have more. So.
Oh, okay. I like the idea of that.
Okay. I think instead of the word prime, just to make the name shorter, we're going to call it deputy minister. That's what we're going to call it. Okay, so all right. So it's basically a motion at this point. It's a motion. Actually, hold on. Let's do this advice. If you guys really think I should do this, I don't think we should, but I'll see. I mean, YouTube in my notes say you do. So all real quick, all in favor of advising me to propose a bill to repeal NRS statute 2.008L.
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. I will consider repealing NRS Statute 2.008L in the upcoming days, and we'll see if I think it'll be a statute that really needs to be removed. All right. All right. Do we have do we have a second on establishing the office of the deputy minister? Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Senator McGuire. So let's go to a vote. All in favor of establishing the office of the deputy minister, say aye.
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 All opposed? The ayes have it. The consideration of establishing the office of the deputy minister is hereby passed. All right, so let's talk about establishing the office of the deputy minister. What should that person do? In my opinion, the first thing it should do is obviously take my place as a temporary. And then of course, be my assistant basically, like another assistant of sorts, like if I gotta do something prime minister leave and I'm absent for other things, the other guy can handle the other things. So let's see, I'm trying to think what else is there. Let's put assist. Does anyone have anything else to add to the office of the deputy minister? If you do, raise your hand. Raise your hand if you do. Senator Ruby.
He should, if you're busy and he has to take over, he has to talk to you about if he wants to do anything.
Talk to me about doing anything when he's in my position? So basically, so if I'm like somewhere else, but he needs my advice on something, he's obligated to ask me?
Yes.
Okay.
Not call, but like in a text.
Nah, I prefer call. Makes it more official.
Yeah. Either or,
Yeah, look at this. Obligated to contact the prime minister. Is there anything else, Senator Ruby?
Nope.
All right. Is there anybody else that has something to add? Going once. Going twice. All right. Seeing none. Well, I guess we should put the do nots. So let's talk about the do nots. Raise your hand if you believe there should be something the deputy minister should not do. Raise your hand. Raise your hand if you have something. Senator Ruby.
Make laws.
Well, the prime minister doesn't have the power to make a law anyway, so, but I can put that there. I mean, the deputy minister is going to be part of the executive branch, and the executive branch is not constitutionally allowed to make laws at all. We're only allowed to make executive orders, and executive orders are temporary. And we recently passed a law to make it where the House of Representatives decides if an executive order should stay in power or not after 30 days. It's been enacted. So you're right.
Let me clarify.
Okay. All right.
He cannot make executive laws.
Orders, you mean?
Yes.
Okay, so he should not have the power to make executive orders. Okay.
Without
Alright.
without contacting you.
Okay. Oh, I should have made these a motion. I didn't think about that. All right. Well, let's do this one. All right. Is there a second on Senator Ubi's motion to make the deputy minister not have the power to write executive orders without the consent of the prime minister?
Seconded.
Seconded by Senator McGuire. All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed? The ayes have it. The motion passes. All right. All right, so let's start over a little bit again. Because I should have done this with the other three. All right. Should the deputy minister take my place as a prime minister temporarily in case I am unavailable? Is there a second? Is there a second?
Seconded.
Seconded by Senator McGuire. All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed? The ayes have it. The motion passes. All right. The second thing. Assist the prime minister with duties of the executive branch or the office. Do we have a second?
Seconded.
Second by Senator McGuire. All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed? You guys have it. All right. And this is the last one until we talk about more. The deputy minister is obligated to contact the prime minister if he or she needs advice. Is there a second?
Seconded.
Seconded by Senator McGuire. All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed? The ayes have it. Motion passes. Okay. All right, there. Now it's all done. Okay, so. The minister shall not write executive orders without the consent of the prime minister. Okay. Actually, I should put these. The do's right under this one, the don'ts. Here we go. Okay. Anybody else? Anybody else have any do's or don'ts to the office of the deputy minister? Raise your hand if you do. Going once. Going twice. Seeing no further discussion. I can't think of anything either, but then again, we're not going to establish the office as of yet. So, this is just a consideration of establishing the office and adding on to it. So it's definitely being considered. So we're definitely going to bring this up again in the next session. So with that said, all in favor of postponing this topic until the next Privy Council session on next Thursday on, what is it? March 2nd of 2023. Do we have a second?
I second the motion.
Second by Senator McGuire. All in favor of postponing the topic, say aye.
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 All opposed? The ayes have it. The topic will be postponed until March 2nd of 2023. Alrighty. Let me find the agenda real quick. Here it is. Put it on yellow. All right. All right. Second topic of the day. Has there been any notes on how to make executive order for regulations that we've been struggling on? Do we have a second on discussing this topic?
I second the motion.
Second from Senator McGuire. All in favor of discussing this topic, say aye.
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 All opposed? Ayes have it. The motion passes. We're open for discussion. All right. So have y'all ever? I haven't. I've been very busy. You two knew this already. Have any of you written any notes down to help us with the regulations that we need that you think we should have executive orders on? Which I believe were, if I can find them real quick. Let me find them real quick so we can know which ones they were. Give me 1 second. I'll be able to find them. Let's see. Regulations. Oh, I don't even have them on the website yet. Look at me being slow. Where's the Google Docs? Open. Okay, here we are. Sure, we only have 4. Yeah, we only have 4. Okay. So it might be all 4 of them, but I don't remember. Yeah, I honestly don't remember. Let me check my executive order, see if we recently made one. Okay, that one's draft. That one's a draft, so we haven't written. Okay, there's executive order number 7. Okay, so executive order 7 is the one that enforces the law on prohibiting gerrymandering. So we got that one down. So that means there should have been an executive order 8, but I don't think we got that far yet. Let's see. Yes, we did. Money being spent. Treasury. Which one's that? NAR. That is okay, that's the second regulation. Okay, so we have the second executive order regarding the second regulation. Okay. So that means the ones that we're struggling on is NICS Administrative Regulation Chapter 3 and NICS Administrative Regulation Chapter 4. So, or just NARs. So those are the 2 we struggle on. Has anyone taken notes at all on NAR 3 and NAR 4? If you have or have not or want to say something about it, raise your hand and I'll call you out. Nothing. After all that time. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, hey, Senator Ruby, you got something?
I haven't been taking notes because I'm on my phone and I'm out in the smoking area.
Okay, that's fine. Were you here for those meetings? Or was it Ross?
It wasn't me because I was absent for a couple months.
Okay. All right, well, in that case, Senator Ivar, let me send you the regulations and let's see if you can think one off the bat. Does that sound good?
Yep.
Okay. So let me look up this one. And this one. Here is NAR Chapter 3, and then here is NAR Chapter 4. So, and the goal is basically, if I were to write an executive order, how should I write down the executive order, and how should our law enforcement enforce these regulations?
I think we should use. This is my opinion.
Yep.
We should use the Swiss francs or number 5, the Swiss franc. Whatever you pronounce that word.
Oh, no. No, I think you're misunderstanding. No, we're thinking no. What's in that regulation is what we're using now.
Oh.
But how do we enforce it?
How do you enforce it? Making sure.
Like according, like if you look at NAR 3, literally the only thing that probably needs to be enforced is that they cannot is that a typo?
In 3.2002b.
That's a typo. They cannot allow the use or use more than one type of listed currency. We need to enforce that part.
Yes.
Not NRS. NAR 3 point section 2B.
We need to do that.
Well, what, like how should I write it down? Like how should I make the future police officers enforce that?
If they want to start a business or any businesses, they need to get a license through us. So if they want to have a license that they hold on. They have to get a license through the PD or the PD. If they like the private, like we're trying to have a private security.
Yeah.
All right. If they want to have a security in their buildings, so they don't like get intruded or anything. You get what I'm saying? They need to have a license to have those securities with them. And making, you get what I'm saying?
I mean, I do, but it sounds off topic.
But no, hold on. If they want, but they need a, how do I say this in a better way, in a better situation? They need to enforce if where it says business can decide which currency they'll allow for the customers to use. They cannot allow to use or use what more than one type. Right? How about we can,
well, I mean, sure, but that part belongs to the business. But what is our job to make sure the businesses
are following the rules?
don't use more than one currency. What? Not all of them are going to follow the rules.
Allow inspections each month or every other month.
Inspections. Okay. Okay. See, now we're back on topic because you were talking about private security.
I was trying to explain it, and my mind at the moment was putting it the long way.
No, it's fine. It happens. Okay, so let me write that down. So, all right, well, elaborate on inspections. Like, give us more.
Basically, make sure they're they go through the building and see if they're following the rules and the laws of NRA or NR3, NAR3.
Okay. And just basically make sure they're following the law. Is that what you said, or the the regulation, really?
Yeah. Allowing us to go through their computers, whatever.
Should we give them a grade? Like, should they be charged with a fine? Or
if they get caught using more than they're allowed, they get fined.
Okay.
But if they're using every single one that they're of that month or currency that people are using, it depends on the situation on that whole thing. If it's not that bad, it's maybe like a $500 fine,
Of which currency? Probably Nixie pounds,
of
probably.
Nixie pounds.
Yeah, I think the government should only. I mean, the government takes in all currencies, but I think the government's main currency
should be Nixie.
In conversion should be the Nixie pound. Yeah, that just makes it easier because we're technically we're not a business, but we're technically a business too. We're like an institution, so we get money, we spend it. It's how it works. So okay, the business company, the currency. Should be fine.
Yeah, they should allow inspections every once a month.
Yeah, I got that written down.
And if it's really bad and they're not following the rules and it's really bad, possible jail time. But if it's not like bad, and it's their first mistake, just a fine. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the second offense is jail time. You get what I'm saying now?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Because the first offense should already give them a warning.
Now with the well, don't forget they gotta go through court and all that too. But the punishment would be proposed to the judge. That would be jail time. So
yeah,
we can't make an executive order that says you'll go to jail. We have to make an executive order.
But I'm just
saying you will be arrested. So yeah, arrested, not jail yet. Arrested. So okay. So who's gonna get arrested? Is it the employees? Is it the owner? Is it the manager? Like, who we arrested?
If there's only one person in the company that's not following the rules, it should be that person's responsibility. So it should be the owner, because of the fact that he should be watching his employees, making sure they're following the rules.
Okay, let me get that written down.
It's the company. If the owner of the company knows, hey, don't do this, and yet the person does it anyway, then it should be that person should be getting arrested.
Yeah.
But if it's the owner and we tell him, hey, don't do this, and hey, look, do this anyway, it's the owner should be arrested. Get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So here's what I got written down so far. You tell me if any of them's incorrect. Businesses will have government inspections each month to look for any unlisted currencies. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. 2, ensure that NAR3 is being abided during inspections.
Yes.
3, if the business is caught using more than one of the unlisted currencies, wait, caught using more than, oh no, I should put listed. There we go. Listed. Okay. If the business is caught using more than one of the listed currencies, should be fined 500 Nixie pounds.
Yep.
Okay. 4, if the business is convicted of using more than one listed currencies, then an arrest warrant will be requested to the owner of the business in question, and anyone else who was involved will be arrested along with the arrestee.
Yes.
Okay. Any more?
Nope.
Okay. Do we have a second on Senator Ubi's motion of putting on my 9th, is it 9th or 8th? It's 9th. 9th executive order for NAR3. Businesses will have government inspections each month to look for any more of the listed currencies. Do we have a second?
I second the motion.
Second from Senator McGuire. All in favor of that motion, say aye.
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 All opposed? The ayes have it. The motion passes. Senator Ubi's second motion, ensure that NAR3 is being abided during inspections. Is there a second?
I second the motion.
Second from Senator McGuire. All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed? Ayes have it. Motion passes. Senator Ubi's third motion, if the business is caught using more than one of the listed currencies, they should be fined 500 Nixie pounds. Is there a second?
I second the motion.
Second for Senator McGuire. And before I get to that, are there any objections? None. Okay, because I'm going to be asking that more now. All right. Yeah, second for Senator McGuire. All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed? Ayes have it. Motion passes. All right. Senator Ubi's fourth motion, if the business is convicted of using more than one listed currencies, then an arrest warrant will be requested to the owner of the business in question, and anyone else who was involved will be arrested along with the arrestee. Is there a second?
I second the motion.
Second for Senator McGuire. Are there any objections? Seeing none. All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed? Ayes have it. Motion passes. All right. Are there any more to add or subtract from adding on to Executive Order 9? If you do, raise your hand. Senator Ruby.
And if the owner get no, that we're doing it, we should do a lie detector test.
I
Offer a lie detector test.
Are you saying if the business owner denies doing that crime?
Yes. If he denies that doing that crime, we should offer him doing a lie detector test.
We lose him? Senator Ruby? Oh, there you are. Did you hear what I said?
No, you cut out.
Are you saying if the business owner is denying that he committed violating NAR 3, we should offer the person a lie detector test?
Yes.
Okay. All right, is there anything else to add?
Nope.
Okay. Well, I kind of object to your motion because not all lie detectors are really accurate lie detectors. So how do we know if the person's lying or not?
I have a good way of knowing when people are lying.
Well, who says that you're going to be the one to do it?
I'm just saying, I know when people are lying. That's just my gift of talent.
Well, it's got to be the job of whoever the judge is, or whoever the jury is, or whoever the
And I'm willing,
police interrogator is.
yeah, and I'm willing to train that person as well. It's really easy.
You say so, but I don't know. I don't know. I still object to it. I see flaws in it.
Well, I'm not saying
I do
using a
see
lie
flaws in
detector
that
test.
motion.
We could either use a person, because normally liars get defensive or sweaty, and they can't look in the person in the eye.
Yeah. um.
You get what I'm saying? That's like saying that's a liar right there, because he's scared of something.
Right. I don't know. That's a hard one to consider. Senator McGuire.
I kind of like his idea with how catching people in lies. But then again, instead of looking for signals on the person's expressions, the best way to be able to catch them in a lie is keeping track of files and probably security cameras to be able to catch them in the act.
That too.
That would be more proof that they did the crime.
Not a bad idea, but the only thing is the business has to have a security camera. We cannot force the business to have security cameras. So if the business does not have security cameras, how else would we know? The only other way is witnesses.
There is that.
So, which is normal to do. I mean, if there's no video proof or anything, all we got is witnesses. So, gotta have evidence to back if the crime's been committed or not.
And if there's to help with that situation, they have to have security cameras.
Mr. Senator, we cannot force businesses to have security cameras. as far as I'm aware, that is not law, and I'm pretty sure some can argue that it's also unconstitutional.
True, but it'll be helpful.
Well, maybe you can propose that to the House of Representatives in the next legislative session on Monday,
Will do.
and we'll see if someone argues that that's constitutional or not, because it sounds arguable. All right. Is there anything else? Raise your hand if you have anything else. Going once, going twice. All right. Senator Ubi's motion to consider adding to Executive Order Number 9 for NAR 3. If the business owner is denying the accusation of violating NAR 3, we should offer the person a lie detector test to see if that person's lying. Is there a second? Or are there any objections?
I'm gonna have to say I object to the
Senator
idea
McGuire,
of lie
Senator
detectors.
McGuire, what's your objection? Senator McGuire, what is your objection?
Not all of these things really work. Because sometimes machines can't be tricked. So, in a way, I guess I wouldn't really know if it worked if I tried it myself. Because I know most mechanics can't be hacked around to where, like, oh, look, it's working. But then again, to others, you won't really know if it's actually working. So, lie detectors test, I'm a little iffy about.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else? Is there anything else to say over this motion? Or does anyone want to reply to Senator McGuire's objection? Going once, going twice. Seeing no other comments about Senator McGuire's objection, we'll move on back to the motion. Is there a second to Senator Ubi's fifth motion?
I second the motion.
Second by Senator McGuire. All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed? The ayes have it. Ubi's fifth motion passes. Alrighty. Okay. Is there any other motions to add on to Executive Order 9? And just remember, these are being considered. It's not guaranteed it's going to go on the executive order. So, but I am taking notes. So I'll decide if they do go in there or not. So, is there anything more? If you have anything else, raise your hand. Going once, going twice. See no other discussion. All right, I move to vote to move on to the next topic. Do we have a second?
I second the motion.
Alrighty, second from Senator McGuire. All in favor in moving on, completing this topic and moving to the next one, say aye.
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 All opposed? The ayes have it. Motion passes. We move to the next topic of the agenda. Okay, I'm highlighting that as yellow because I just realized we were actually not done. We skipped another regulation we should have talked about, but that's okay. All right. Third topic is Her Majesty's Royal Decree of February 23rd, 2023. Is there a second to have a discussion on this topic?
I second the motion.
Second for Senator McGuire. All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed? Ayes have it. We're going to talk about it. All right. So Her Majesty has proposed, or not proposed, sorry, has signed a royal decree, and it is my job to sign it into law because her royal decrees are equivalent to House bills. So her royal decree states, Royal Decree for the Queen of Nyx. On this day, on February 23rd, 2023, the Queen is making a change that no political party logic shall be implemented, that when creating the political parties must be unbiased and not in thinking for any bill that is determined to be passed. When creating a bill, yes, the options of the other parties must be considered, but when creating bills, the political parties must be unbiased and on neutral grounds. Section 2. On this day, furthering the royal decree, it has also come to the attention of Her Royal Majesty that the status has changed to the House of Representatives. From what it was as the unicameral, the royal court has decided to decree to take notice of these changes and also accept the change as it helps further the future of the queendom. Take notice that the decree continues as follows. The challenge as proposing that when creating bills, they must remain unbiased and easily understandable to the citizens of the queendom, as in do not attempt to add on in unnecessary options in guise of trying to represent political party boundaries. Section 3, the Royal Decree secondly changes to Royal Decree 1 for absent and not present senators / representatives in meetings. Timeliness will also be a mandatory from now on. The time of being considered late will be pushed from 9:15 p.m. Eastern Time to 8:45 p.m. Eastern Time. Any time after 8:45 p.m. Eastern Time is now considered late or absent if no prior communicating is followed per original decree to either the Prime Minister or the head chairwoman. Which, to help correct her in our new language, it would be the chair and co-chair of the House of Representatives. So that is her royal decree today. Does anybody have any discussion on it? Or does anyone have any discussion on it? Any objections? A point of information if you need to know something about it. I know you all can read it. I don't know how to. I mean, I probably can. Let me figure it out. I could probably do this. No, that don't work. Okay, it's loading up. Give me 1 second, and I'll send y'all the royal decree so y'all can see it for yourself. Double checking the Skype, making sure no one's raising their hand yet. Okay. All right, where is it? It's still loading. All right, well, hurry up. Okay, here we go. How do I... What is this? No, I don't need you. Go away. Go away. How do I do this? Oh, okay. It says that I can't do that. What? It just exited out. Okay, whatever. Hold on, I think I have an idea. Let's see if I can manage to open it somewhere else. Downloads. Open with. Choose another app. More apps. Okay, so I'll use WordPad then. I should be able to share this. Take your time, computer. Take your time. Okay, taking notes. Okay. Ah, here we go. Okay. File. No. Okay. Okay, looks like I'm gonna have to do it in this manner. So give me a second. I'm basically gonna help the queen out real quick. I mean, she has it on Google Docs also, but she sent me through an email, and apparently that's not how the thing wants to work. Apparently, I'm surprised there's not a strike option. Is there not a strike option in this thing? I guess not. Like that should be a thing. Strike's a thing, but whatever. All right. Well, anyway. There we go. All right. Let me make it accessible. Here we go. Copy. Do that. Go here. Open that up. And send. Okay. This is literally the exact copy I literally just copied from the straight from my email that she sent me from. All right, I can get rid of this now. All right. Now since you both got it and I read it to you, so you should know what it says already. Are there any objections to this royal decree? Raise your hand. Going once. Going twice. Seeing no objections. Are there any? We're open to discussion. So is there anybody that wants to comment on the royal decree? Just normally comment. Going once.
Nope.
Going twice. All right. Seeing no further comments or discussion on Her Majesty's royal decree. Let's go to a vote. All in favor of me signing this royal decree into law, say aye.
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 All oppose? The ayes have it. The consideration of me signing that royal decree into law is hereby passed. All right. All right. In that case, I'll take a good look at it. Probably help her with the typos. So I'm not going to veto it, but I'm definitely going to read it back to her and give her some typo fixes. Let's see. All right, so that's basically it on that one, on that agenda. I move to the next topic of the agenda. Is there a second?
I second the motion.
Second from Senator McGuire. All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed? Ayes have it. We're moving on. All right. All right, next topic of the day is talk about how we can do weekly press conferences with members of the press and the micronational community. Is there a second that we should have this conversation?
I second the motion.
Second for Senator McGuire. All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed? Ayes have it. Let's talk about it. All right. So it's been a thing I want to talk about for a while, about having weekly press conferences. I just don't know how to do it. Mainly, like, in the United States, you got the White House press briefing room. So it's a physical location. So it's like, should we get a physical location? Should it be virtual? Should it be anything like that? I actually don't know entirely how she would do it. I mean, I'm inviting a lot of people in the micronational community that has their own press of sorts, or maybe just some random people that just might have questions for Nick's officials. Is there anybody that has any suggestions, ideas, anything about that? Make sure to raise your hand before you give me some. Senator McGuire.
When it comes to like press conferences and stuff, I kind of feel like Discord could be a good place for people to come in and be able to talk about stuff for like the next related topics or anything that could be press related, and it could be all in one place and everybody knows what Discord is, and it's free to get to.
Okay. That's not a bad thought. I like that. Anything else?
None that I could think of exactly right away.
Okay. Are there any objections to Senator McGuire's motion to have the weekly press conferences on Discord? Going once, going twice. Seeing no objections. Do we have a second on the motion? Senator McGuire, you cannot second on your own motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second for Senator Ubi. All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed? The ayes have it. Senator McGuire's motion passes. All right. Is there any more to add to our weekly press conferences? Any more? Like, is there anything we should add? Is there anything that we should do? Is there going to be a physical location in the future? Is there not? Is it going to just be virtual? Should we have something that could divide from a normal person to a press person? Or should there be rules for the press conferences? Should there be anything like that? Like, how we doing things? Anybody else? Anybody got something? Make sure to raise your hand if you do. Going once. Going twice. Okay, so when it comes to me, I actually don't know, because we've never had an actual press conference before. I mean, or or interviews of any kind yet, really. So we haven't gotten that far yet of that part. So hopefully one day we'll have interviews in some other channels or even on Next Delta Broadcast and try to see if we can get something done here. I don't know. We could have rules. I don't know what the rules will be though. I mean, since we're not going to have physical locations, I guess when it comes to rules, it should definitely be a Discord rule. Yes, Senator McGuire.
Well, since we don't know exactly much about press conference because we never had them before, since I'm technically in charge of Next Delta Broadcast, I guess I could use some of my time tomorrow, since I'm not at work, to look up information about what to do and what not to do at a press conference. I could just do a little bit of research and make some notes down for that kind of thing.
Okay. That sounds fine with me. Is there anything else?
Nope.
All right. Is there anything else from anybody else? Anyone at all? Anything? Going once, going twice. Saying none. I honestly can't think of anything, so it might actually have to be research a little bit more. But maybe we don't have to bring it to the next session. But if we do, I'll put it on the agenda. Yeah. Again, seeing no further discussion of that. I move to complete this topic on the agenda and move on to the next topic. Is there a second?
I second the motion.
Second for Senator McGuire. All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed? Ayes have it. We're moving on. Alrighty, the final topic of the day. Assigning more nations to senators. Oh, I know. You guys love that one, right? So let's see. Let me find... Is this Google Docs? Yes, it is. Okay. All right, let me find the list again. Okay, so I should I wonder if I should put y'all's names on all these countries in this list. That would actually help a lot. But I have it all on my phone. So, let me find it. I should have had, yeah, I'm definitely going to do this either tonight or tomorrow about doing that. Okay, so one, we recognized more nations. Well, a little bit more, not too much. So we got, yeah, we got the Union Belenica with Cuenta Los Naranjos. We got the Republic de Beniva, the Workers' Republic of Palas, the Republic of Herrera. Yeah, those are the only new ones really. And there's going to be a couple more. Yeah, that's really it. I mean, with so few nations. Well, there's a lot of nations that are, that are not. Okay, here we go. Here are the nations that are on hold. That have not been assigned to yet. There's the Glorious Empire of Aurora. I'm going to discuss with the Queen to discuss the status of Satoa Nation, the Confederate States of America, because I think those two are defunct now. so I'm going to talk to Her Majesty about that tomorrow. Then there's the Kingdom of Lilliput, the Principality of Perjoden, the Barony of Venevik, the Monarchical Republic of Afghanistan, the Kingdom of Kalos. I might discuss with the Queen about the Kingdom of the Confederacy as well. And well, then of course the Republic of Herrera or not Herrera, Herreria, and Workers' Republic of Balas, and the other ones that I basically said. That's a loud airplane. So yeah. Senator Ubi, will you be available for talking to other nations at all at any given time?
Yes.
Okay. Do you still have a Twitter account? Because you're gonna need it.
I do. I created one before I took that long break because of work.
Okay. All right. So you should get that account back up and running, and then I'll start adding you to like embassy chat rooms for nations that you're gonna be assigned to.
I still have it up. I never
Okay.
took it down.
Okay.
I just had to change my name to Senator, I think.
Right. Okay. Well, to help out Senator McGuire, because she's already talking to 21 countries. Oh, I'm the one handling some of the new nations. Oh, okay. I didn't even notice that. Okay. Yeah, because of your work schedule, Senator Ubi, I had to reassign you because you have no nations to talk to. But since your schedule's been changed a lot, I can give you some nations. Actually, I'll probably just give you the ones on this list that hasn't been talked to yet. Let's see. I'll assign you to the glorious empire of Aurora, Kingdom of Lilliput, the Principality of Perjoden, the Barony of Venevik, the Monarchical Republic of Afghanistan, and the Kingdom of Kalos. And I'm gonna keep the Republic of Herreria on hold, just to see if they're English speaking or Spanish speaking. Not that it's a problem. It's just I want to assign that nation to the right person for that job.
I can understand Spanish, but I can't speak it.
Right. So, Senator Ruby, are you fine with the nations I'm assigning you to?
Yes.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna write them down. Some of these are actually on Facebook Messenger, so there's that. We haven't recognized the Kingdom of Lilliput as of yet. We just kind of have a consulate with them, not really an embassy. So, and because we haven't gotten that far yet. But once we will, I'll let you know, and then we can have more talks about that. Okay. All right, Senator Ubi, you have been assigned to 6 nations. Okay. And these 4 I'm going to talk to the Queen about. Or not 4, sorry, 3. Okay. There we go. With that said, are there any questions or comments about being reassigned to a nation, or maybe a nation has talked to you about something that we should be talking about, or anything like that?
Nope.
Going once, going twice, seeing nothing. Okay, well, you guys got your assignments. There will be more nations in the future. I think next week, really. I think next week, 2 more nations are going to be recognized. So be prepared for that. We are playing. I have been in contact with many other nations, so hopefully they'll respond to me, so we can see if we can get more recognition of them. And then of course offer them membership in the Union State Organization, or depending on their location, the Multinational Association of the Americas organization. So hopefully that'll be the case. With that said, if there is nothing else to talk about, going once, going twice. Okay. In that case, I move that we finish this topic on the agenda. Do we have a second?
I second the motion.
Second from Senator McGuire. All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed. The ayes have it. The final topic of the agenda is done. All right. Is there anyone that would like to add another topic to the agenda of the day that we should be talking about right now? Anything at all? Raise your hand if you have anything that we should be talking about in this meeting.
None that I could think of.
Raise your hand if you have anything else to talk about. Seeing none. In that case, I move to adjourn the meeting. Do we have a second?
I second the motion.
Second from Senator McGuire. All in favor to adjourn this week's meeting, say aye.
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 All opposed. The ayes have it. Meeting adjourned.